So, and I'm not, tomorrow I'm not offended about it. Guess what? I wanted to get accommodation. And they have to, people, like 3 people have to gather the money. Me. I don't have bed. I don't have chair. I don't have television. I don't have pot. I don't have stove. I only inherited 1 rock. I decided not to give that rock to anybody. I throw it outside eventually. Yeah, it's as bad as that. I don't want anybody to inherit that kind of level of life. I only have 1 rock. You've heard that story before. 1 rock. 1 white rock like that. And I lived on it until I started buying. But every time it was in that moment, I was started using diary. I've been using diary before that time. So I started writing my stuffs. My 30,000 naira. My tithes. My offering. My transportation. I may not be able to cater for all my transportation. I believe God for the rest. I'll do this. I'll do that. And I started becoming big boy when God moved me to Ibadan. I was even begging him to allow me to stay a little more. If I stay in Lagos a little more by the permission of God, I would have started using a car before I came to Ibadan. I started using I started using car. I engaged my wife, or we became friends. She came to my house. One of the things you always come and look for in my house, anytime she come around, is my diary. And she used to ask me that time, why are you writing these things down? I said, you don't know. There's a way you carry yourself out of your situation by writing. When you don't write it, God is not committed to it. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? What did I say to you? Even you yourself, you are not committed to it. Write the vision, make it plain upon the table, that anybody that read it may run by it. There's no running with a vision that is not penned down. So have a serious budget. Look, wave your hand. Today is more personal. Wave your hand. You have you are living in a rented house. Wave your hand. You are living in a rented house. How do you prepare for your accommodation? Your rent, rather. When it's 2 months to, when it's 3 months to, our rent is 3 months to come. You will repent from now onward. In Jesus' precious name. Because you have 12 months to prepare. Am I right? When you finish paying one, the next month you're supposed to know that 15% of my money is supposed to go to this account. So when it is 10 months, you're already paying. You are ready for them. When do you want us to pay our rent? You see, you have honor before your landlord. If you always pay ahead of time, you will not suffer ridicule. The reason why many people's lives are a mess is because they don't have good planning. So budget your financing. Don't spend your money without budgeting it first. Do you hear me? Including the charity, and you need charity, including the charity you want to do, budget it. One of our brother went to an elder brother and said, bro, I need money for business. And he looked at him and said, we can give you the money, but not this month. Because it's not captured in our budget this month. That was a big lesson for us. He told me, I said, so between me and my wife, it's not in our budget. You will wait the next month. We'll send it to you. But somebody just met you on the road and start crying. Let me tell you something. The more cashless you go around, the safer for you now. If you meet me on the road, you hardly find money. So you cannot start crying and say, give me money. If I don't know about that story, there's no money. I'm not wicked. Believe me, I know the power of giving. One girl met me at the entrance, maybe on Thursday or Friday or Wednesday. Started giving me a complaint. I wish I can give her money, but I do not have cash. So I said, I do not have cash. Will I now go to bank and go and withdraw money? Whether she's lying or she's speaking the truth, I cannot be helped at that instant. So I left her. She went away. Budget your money. Don't just keep money in your pocket and be walking around and say, all this your giri fine boy, I have arrived. Who help? Number 8. After budgeting, this is also very important. The wealthy people know that every dime of their money they spend must be accounted for. It must be what? Sadiola, when you go to market and you bought things, do you account? When they ask you, can you make accounts? Can you write all the account details? I'm just asking. I did not ask you for your opinion. So Salome, if you take money to the market, can you do all the accounts accurately? Do you normally do it? See, if after you spend money, you don't cross-check with your budget and write how much you have spent, how much, then you are not also not serious. You're not serious yet. You're not serious. After somebody say after every day, he sit down and account for how he spend his days. The same thing, how you spend your money must be accounted for. You just start, have a budget you start before you start spending, and after you have spent, account for it. That is how God will send. The reason why God will send more resources to you, that's number one. The reason why God will send the resources more to you is that you can produce a record of your finance. Then number two, I should tell you, are you ready? You will also be able to appreciate how far you have traveled. You will do what? Some of us, as because we have not sat down to have a proper record, we do not know how much help God has sent to us in 1 year. Sit down, go and look at how much you have spent from January to now. You will do special Thanksgiving. Father, I'm grateful. I'm just grateful. You will realize you have spent money than your salary. You will see that even what you have spent above your salary is like 40%, 60%. And you don't know where it comes from. But every day you say, my salary is not enough. You don't appreciate the other side of God, the grace of God. Because you are not making records for it. Only run with. Don't spend your money before you save it. That's what we said. So you saved it. Don't spend it before you do budget. You have to spend by budget. Then after you have spent, come back and do a record. I know people when they say, please can you do a record? There are wives. If they say do a record of how you spend the money we give to you to go to market, they will start fighting. So you don't believe me again. They do not misappropriate the money. Oh. They just feel like you are assaulting them for asking for your record. You are still not responsible if you can't produce records. You are not it's a simple word. You are not responsible. I'm sorry, you are not responsible. Did I say sorry? I'm not sorry. You are not responsible. It means you are not responsible. If you can't produce the record all the time, you are not responsible. None of you ask me for records of certain how we get there. Did I produce it for you? Yeah. Nobody asked me. And I can still generate it. I sat down with Sean, last year. I sat down for hours to do analysis of the church account. Because nobody was helping me, so I have to sit up. I don't want to go to EFCC net. The day they will show up and say, what is our account about? Where's this money going? I'm not spending church money. I'm not collecting any dime from church. I'm not on salary. But they can still send me to jail if you don't know how the record goes. So, I don't want to draw bolo. So spend your money with record produce. If you can't produce record, you are still not serious. Your seriousness is low. Number 9. The wealthy people avoid debts and loans that will not add to their financial values. The wealthy people, they do away with loans, debts that will not add to their financial values or add access to them. If it's not going to add to their business, increase their business, make them to grow, it's not going to produce improvements. If it's not going to be about personal growth, it's not something that will generate more money for them. They won't borrow for it. Today is Ileya, right? Only God knows how many people borrow money to buy. And they say 1 ram is around 1 million naira. I say, eh? Kilaju. You are surprised too. Look at me. Let me borrow you an idea. If you have space, raise goats. If you have space, raise ram. If you have space, raise like 10 chicken from September to December. People will still buy. People it is settled in their mind they must kill chicken in Christmas, during Christmas celebration. So collect the money from them. Sister Salome, am I right? It's cheaper to raise than to buy. Am I correct? This young woman gave me one deadly big, extremely big chicken last December. And I'm grateful. That chicken is like 3 chicken. Is it cheap? It's more cheaper, right? To raise those things in your own house than to buy. So key 2 for yourself. December 25. January 1. If you raise 10. How much did you sell any one of them? Oh. I believe you started raising another one for us. Okay. And that kind of chicken, somebody must give you. How many of you are aware that the meat we eat in TYCM, camp meeting for the younger people, we raise them by ourselves since 2020. We normally raise them. How about do you think I will go and buy a cow? And those guys, he finished 2 cows in TYCM. To buy a cow now, how much? A good one cannot be less than 300, 400,000 naira. 450, 500. I was even thinking the old way. Can you imagine in this system? I want to buy 2 cows for TYCM. We eat 8 meals for 4 days. 8 good meals. Am I correct? And sometimes they come back with precious. Am I right? They come say it's not okay. Oh. And they must give them. It's not okay. It's not okay. Give them. You know why? It is during festival period. We are the one who took them out of their house. So you have to eat well. So the thing can sink well in their head. And God has been helping. Those teachings has been sinking well in their mind. I've seen guys reformed through TYCM. But you have to give them food to make them comfortable. So, December now, I will not carry 1 million naira. I want to buy cow because I will get there. But for now, Ejo, they helped me raise last year. I've started looking for somebody who's going to help me raise again. The one they held 2 years ago, it was behind my compound. 5 heavy turkeys, imported turkey. And I mean very heavy. So, if you can, I carried a woman over the weekend. She told me that goat now is heavy money. So why can't you do it? Some of you see have your parents at home. They can help you raise goats and they will not steal them. Send money to them to buy. And they keep helping you to raise. They don't steal goats in their environment. Don't bring it to you, but then they will steal it. I don't say it, but the people are thieves. I'm just telling you. Why can't you just do it? Growing up, my mother used to help people raise goats. But I don't think she can do that anymore because of the communities are fully developed. You have compound, they market it. There are grass to eat. They market and enter there, give them their food, lock their gates. That place is almost as big as this place. They market it. Maybe I should come and use it. I can come and use it if we don't have anything to do there. I'm serious. I'm looking for space to raise goats. I've been looking for months. No, thank God I even remember. I'm telling Mama, I need a place to raise goats. I will do the demarcation. I will put them there. That place will raise not less than 50 goats or more. And they will be comfortable. So why wasting the land? And you can carry one small goat. They said small goat. Wasing, or what did they call it? The one you want to raise is not less than 40, 80,000. And I said, what? 1, yes, 1. Not 2, not 3, 1. Send money to your village. Let them buy you goat. Local, not even Awusa goat. Raise it for 1 year and you will see how much you will make from it. Those are ways to make. You people will not bring the tithe. So let me go on with what I'm teaching you. So, just now I say bring goat for me for TYCM. You'll be saying it's too expensive after you've gotten money from goats. But don't forget, stop borrowing money. Borrow money on things that are crucial. Things that make you grow. You can borrow money to buy products into your shop. But don't eat from it until you have paid everything back. Are you hearing me? Wait, you can borrow money to buy land. If that land is in a good place, borrow money to buy it. In 6 months, that land will not be the same anymore. Are you hearing me? That's investment. You can borrow money to do investment. And to yield money for you. Find a way to pay back the money. By the time you finish paying, the landers, guess how much they will ask us to bring now if it is now just 1 year after they want to buy this place. Yes. On this new express, we saw a property that is 8 plots. And the owner, the day I met the owner, in fact, I would have loved that place. It's where the express burst out on Napata Road, Abeokuta Road. I said, it was behind an estate. That estate, this estate, I don't know the name of that estate. If we go like, and we saw him, and then Baba was the old man. The old man was telling us, when we bought this land, it is, but now dollar rate is. I said, I'm telling you. In fact, the agent that took us, Mr. Aliu, that took us there was like, when we left, said, this man is not serious. How would he be selling land? That's even against the law to be selling land in dollar. That was January or before December 2022. He was asking us for dollars. Dollars at that time is like 150, 500. How much do you think he asking for the land now? And he said, we said, please settle to us. He said, no. He said, we will still convert the money to dollar. So if you borrow money to buy properties, to buy land, to invest, to grow, it's going to go far. But don't borrow money to eat. Don't borrow money to do korankara ko jesemo. Don't borrow money to bury your father or your mother. Please don't. Don't borrow money to buy gas. Our gas finish. So, except you can't access your own money. And somebody need to quickly give you money. Are you hearing me? But you don't have any hope anywhere. And the next thing is borrow me money so I can buy gas too. Use your hunger to go and pray to God. Come to church. Fast for the rest of the day. He will show mercy to you. Don't borrow money to go and buy atike. What is atike in English? Mary Kay is atike. Atike is Mary Kay. Powder. Don't borrow money to buy powder. Don't borrow. In fact, this one, don't borrow money to buy choir uniform. If you don't have it, go and meet your HOD. I don't have it. They don't go kill you. I'm serious. Don't borrow money. Don't borrow money. Don't borrow money for anything. Don't borrow money during Christmas. Don't borrow money. Stay at your level. God will still raise you. There have been Christmas that's on the Christmas day God supply money to us to buy chicken. I've been there before. Look, I can eat food without meat. We've passed that level. God will never allow it to happen again. But I can eat food without meat during Christmas. I've been eating meat during the year. So what happened at Christmas? It's not a problem. Number 10, the wealthy people avoid any kind of get rich quick scheme. All the schemes of get rich quick. MMM. Oku Ogbe Odaran. God knows that I've never joined any one of them. Bring 50,000 in 1 month. You will get 150,000 and you never ask question. You are greedy. You are covetous. And that's what will kill you. One pastor, they just got a call. Say, somebody from UK, I just send you a gift. But you have to pay money for the despiser rider. Can you transfer the money? And he's hungry. He went to go and borrow, never know the owner. Are you all right? I mean, a senior pastor. Are you all right? Are you all right? I don't know. Sorry, I've never entered it. I can't enter it. By the mercies of God, I cannot enter it. I'm saying it boldly. I've never entered it. And you can't fraud me. It's not possible. It's not. I know they look for the things that is not my own. Do you notice that they still do it? That you enter a bus or you enter a cab and they will say there is money in behind. And they will say, let's go somewhere. I know somebody that they collected all our money and dropped her on almost killer in Oshodi. Me, I enter where? I was coming from Gates. I was going towards Mokola. Yeah, that year I was coming from Gates, many years back. And I was going towards Mokola. And as I entered this cab in Ibadan, on that road, they started saying, the money. I did not answer. I sat quiet. When we approached UCH, I just screamed on the driver. I said, park. I want to get down. Say, I don't get to make it again. I said, it's okay. Park me. How much is the money? I gave him. Get down. And they drove off. Because I just got I was traveling one day and people were discussing police people are wicked. Many years back. Police people are bad. Me, if I'm traveling, you will see a book in my hand. So I was just opening the pages of my book. I was reading. When it reached a point, the man beside me, it's good to always mind your business. Tinubu fell down. What's the problem? Now you fell down. Or see your grandfather that fell down. Mind your business now. I was reading my books, and to the point, they got to the point of the argument. The man beside me, right beside me, said, somebody can even be a police. That's why it's not coming, adding to contributing to our discussion. And yes, I did not answer. I was just opening the pages of my book, reading, writing. It's not my business now. Please. Otherwise, it's not your own. Don't look for it. It's not your own. Don't look for it. Say, send your account details now. And they will ask you to send your PIN on your ATM. And you will send it because, are you all right? What is lost in your hand and in your account that you are looking for? Greed is greed that makes people fall to the hands of swindlers. With a price. There was a man on our streets. It was a modern block. Far away down the street. And he's a white garment guy. At some point in the middle of the night, he himself and his prophet will come. And they will light candle around the community, on the road. At the junctions. I said somewhere yesterday, I said, demons can't bring you billions of naira at once. Where? They can't carry it. But you can work your way in business to begin to earn billions of naira. Money is spiritual, yes, but God can give you help. And there are Christians who are very rich. So don't think it's all those people that do juju. Anything that is not, you can't say this is the way it comes. Avoid it. The rich people don't get rich quick. They don't do it. I've talked to you about compound interest, so let me leave it. There are three things that the wealthy people focus on. And they think about them every day. Number one, professionalism. Being skillful and being at the top of their professions. Number two, entrepreneurship. They trade, they do services, they work, they buy, they sell, they render services. I'm waiting for some of our brothers to start doing cleaning. Apart from going to work, you still have cleaning business. Like this brother is having problem with his dry cleaner. Yeah, until you start. A woman can also do it and contract it out. I started just giving my clothes to dry cleaner, and I realized that. And somebody who's a brother that is very prosperous in dry cleaning, he told me when we were in Oshogo, he said, you will wash every week. And I realized that's the problem now. I have to carry my clothes to dry cleaner every week. Especially a man. You know, women can have many clothes, but a man, we have to wash the set of clothes almost every week. And do you have a choice? Entrepreneurship. And third one is investment. You have to go in that ladder. When you have money, invest it. When you make profit, invest it. Do you hear the three things I mentioned? What is number one? Professionalism. What is number two? Entrepreneurship. Some of us are good in selling. Some of us can sell anything. Like Zatoyi now, only the dead person. I know she should not try to sell. She can sell anything. I can't sell, but I can render services. If you give me goods to come and sell, I would rather come and pay you the money. I do not know how to do sugar coat mouth for anything. If you ask me to go and sell anything, don't expect me to help you sell anyone. But I can render quality. I can meet deadlines. I can meet deadlines. So you should know what you can do. So apart from working, render services, make more money. When you make it, invest it to something. Ask for where they are selling shares. Correct one, genuine one. Ask for where you can buy land. If you are less than 30, between 25 and above, and you don't have a property anywhere, so you must wake up. Wake up. I'm telling you. You can go and buy it in extreme end of your state. Leave it there. Leave it for 10 years. It's not going to. Meanwhile, in fact, all those lands that is at the extreme places, they'll finish buying them. Finish buying them. If you are traveling to Erua now, you will see property development in the forest. Those guys just bought and left it there. They know the city will develop and come and meet it there. And that's the thing. Those who bought lands first in Elebu, go and ask them. Or those who bought land on this new express, go and ask them. You can't price any land less than 25 million, 30 million naira on this express now. And some of them bought at 30,000, 300,000 when they bought it. We can't go to the second one, so let's stop here. How does the weather people think? The weather people knows that money is spiritual. Money is spiritual. And they treat it so. In fact, they know that money is tripartite. They are aware that money is tripartite. That money is a spirit. It has a soul. And dwell in the body. Or moves in the body. Let's use the word moves in the body. Where the people knows that money has spirit behind it. And the spirit of money is mammon. The god of money is mammon. But so they will not subject, believers who are rich will not subject themselves. You know, one of the ways you know that mammon is controlling you, your greed for money, your covetousness. Like I keep saying to you, you don't have money. You're not vibrating. You are aggressive towards everybody. You have money, you are happy. 10,000 naira. Your mood just changed because of 10,000. Poverty, they worry you. Are you aware that even the poor are more controlled? The poor are the people that are most controlled by mammon. The rate the poor become aggressive about money is far more than the rich. Some of the rich are doing rituals, but the way the poor people behave towards money. If you see people's eye change because of money, have you seen people fight because of 10 naira change? People have been kidnapped because of 1,000. They use 1,000 naira to kidnap them or destroy their destiny. It's greed about money that makes people to go to prostitution, sleep around. So money is a spirit. There's a spirit behind money. And the Bible told us it's mammon. The money has a soul. The soul of the money is value. And that is where the people who are godly and wealthy, they stay. They create value to attract the money. Value. The money moves in the body. The body of money is currency, the currency of every nation. Oluwa, Rodola, Oluwa, Rodola, Oluwa, Rodola. Efe. You don't have anybody abroad. You don't have any investment abroad. You didn't send any export abroad to earn in dollar. You now wake up with 7 days fasting and prayer. God can do miracle if you're a pastor, but that you are selling in Akpata. Oluwa, Rodola, Oluwa, Rodola, Oluwa. I don't know whether that one is chanting or praying. Oluwa, Rodola, Avidola. You can't get money in that body here except you have something to do there. And see, if you have anything to do in abroad, do it to earn money. One of the ways you can make money now is exports. Export gari. Export the things you can do. If you know how to sew clothes, have friends in abroad, sew clothes for them, let them send it. I know people who live in Europe and America that they prefer to get their clothes in Nigeria. Somebody wanted to buy clothes for her children. She came back to Nigeria. I know somebody who early this year came to Nigeria to come and buy. She came to buy all her clothes and move them back to Europe. Say it's too expensive and there are no good clothes. Because it's cheaper. It's cheaper. Many of our people there now, you know, there are massive number of Nigerians that have traveled recently. Some of them want to eat apple. Some of them want to eat iru. Some of them want to eat this one and that one. You can leverage on the people you know that comes around and go. I've sold books in abroad before. So why can't you do it? Some of you can sell your stuff online. Let me see if you sell something. You sell anything. You sell. And do you sell online? I'm not saying through WhatsApp. You sell through WhatsApp. You have a website. You sell on Gigi and other platform. Do you sell on Gigi? That's wrong. Put things on Gigi. Create an account on Gigi. Sell. Sell Anything is sellable, but don't sell woman body. I'm serious. Sell. If you're good in selling, sell. If you're offering services, put it online. Put it on DJ. Look for, place more money. By the time you make money, you will realize that the money you have made is more valuable than the money you've spent. Are you hearing me? I'm not. Okay, you have gone home. Glory to God. Let me close with you with 3 things you must have. I'll start from this note from next week. You must develop these 3 things. Number 1, financial knowledge. Look for financial knowledge at all cost. If by next month, 30 days after, I say ask you that how many books on finance or seminar have you attended and you are still 0, I will start begging for your case. I report you to God that you have wasted all the teachings in this church. You said I go to work, but you have time to press your phone and you have time to eat. Some of us still have time to watch. What do they watch, sir? See word. But they will never have time to read. You know, it's the demon of your father's house, the village people that want to keep you in poverty, that's not making you to read. I said it with my full chest, so if I want, I don't want to offend you, I will say sorry. But that one, I said it with my full chest. Giving the excuse, sister, it's because of something that you are not. Look, I dey read. Ask her. I dey read. I buy books almost all the time. And I'm striving to. You are not as busy as me. I'm not sure anybody here. You know, many years I used to think I'm lazy. I'm not doing anything. Until one day God helped me. I said, sit down. Can you quantify the things you are doing? This morning, my wife woke me up. I woke up. I've been on my feet since 2:30. I've been up since I slept around 10. I woke up 2:30. Maybe a little. Have a little glance into our life. I woke up 2:30. I ministered in 2 places yesterday. This boy is following me. 2 places. By the time before I slept yesterday, I know my body is uncomfortable. She asked me, I don't take drugs. She asked me this morning, will you take drugs? And I said no. She used to preach and come back home. We will go and come back. And I'll still be preaching tomorrow. Camp is still there ahead. We will still fast and pray. So you can't say you are too busy that you are not reading. Get financial knowledge. See, when we come back to other theological teaching, we will be friendly. But on this matter, I just want your life to be good. If you want to hate me, hate me. When your life is good, we will be friends. It's all right. Read. Get knowledge. How many of you have financial mentor? Raise your hand. Oh, that one is even far. It's too far. You have a mentor. Raise your hand. Not a mentilator. You have a mentor. Raise your hand. Who's your mentor? Don't mention my name, because I don't know that you are my mentee. Oh yeah. Who's your mentor? I can't hear you. Huh? Cracky bam. Okay. Who's your mentor? Eh? Your boss. You're one of your bosses. Somebody. Okay, who's your mentor? Yourself. I thought you said yourself. Okay. That's one. Who's your financial mentor? Who? Eh? Who's your financial mentor? What? What did you say? Jennifer. That's a company or a human being? Should we go to that part again? One-on-one. Sitting down with her. That's wrong. No, it's wrong. I'm serious, it's wrong. Don't do online alone. Fine, don't come to me, or else you pay money. If it's money, you have to pay money. I know guys who will carry their books, money book and company books, and go and sit down. My friend has like 3 or 4. Every January, one of them will be in their church to this money. Go sit down and say, okay, this is what we are doing. This is how much we are taking. This is a loan. We want to buy this. We want to improve on this. He said, don't do that part now. This is what I think. See, when you work, the Bible said there is safety in the multitude of counselors. Find a financial. The reason why many of us are poor is because we don't have anybody giving us instructions or helping us to stand before God to pray. For instance, you want to take a step and you have informed your. How many of you heard it when Pastor Ladile was saying here the last day? Said he went to Wailing Wall and he started crying with tears. Two things. A boy was about to die. And all of us were running around. And me, his second, another son, I was about to be thrown out of the church without building. And normally he said he don't write prayer points and put in Wailing Wall. Wailing Wall is the part of the wall of Jerusalem, or building of Jerusalem. The temple broken down. That year he got there, he started crying. Huh? Not for himself. There are people who will stand before God for you. There are people who can put their burden on. Somebody said, if you stand on a mentor, you will see far. That's what mentors do. So find a financial mentor. I want to take these steps. Some of us are alpha, the omega of our life, of our finances. Find a reporting line for yourself. Report yourself. I want to do this. I want to do that. Financial knowledge, including getting a financial mentor. Number 2, we are going to emphasize this next week. Financial vision. What do you see about your finance before the end of the year? Have a financial vision. Yes, the salary may not increase, but what do you want to attain with your salary to earn more money? How much do you want to start making as extra money by December? Have a vision. Please have a vision. I'm going to dwell more on this. On these 3 things I'm saying. Just telling you ahead of time. Then get financial discipline. Please be disciplined with your finances. We'll talk little about it. Be financially disciplined. Have self-control. If you don't buy that clothes this year, life not go end. Did you hear what I said? I have colleagues who took their children to expensive school. I don't go do them. When I reach that level, I go do them. But for now, I can't do it. So I approach at my level. Some of us are putting excess load on ourselves. My child, okay, don't let me spoil this school business for some people. My child must go to this school. And you will now be paying with loans. Be taking. Look, everybody's okay. Whether you are looking at me inside or online. It's recklessness of your financial life when you are borrowing from apps. You see apps, they call it. All this loan application. They will now be looking for you. And they will now be looking at our own number that we do not know when you borrow money. You are reckless. Have they called you like that before? They've never called you. You know me, I'm a pastor. My phone number is in the line of many people. They say your friend and sending them. I've cultivated a culture. When you say it is about somebody who borrow money, I will cut you off and I'll block that line straight. Am I there when he's borrow money? Did I borrow money from you? Why are you asking? Did I send? Am I the guarantor for the money? Are you looking for me? Am I aware? Do I know what you use the money for? Why are you troubling my own life? I buy and block it straight. Yes, now. So it is indiscipline to be borrowing money. In fact, it is discipline to be borrowing gari and iyo. You don't know that iyo is about to end in your house. You know, say ya si ejo she your yiku and dano lowo iyo watan is indiscipline. Make you not think they abuse you too much. Good morning.
Praise God. Praise the living Jesus. Please, can we pass the envelopes round and share also the faith and the signs of affirmation? And I actually want to believe we have all been blessed. And is it actually a good teaching? We are not responding. Is it a good teaching? And did we pick something from it? Ṣàrí ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú ẹ̀. Àmọ̀dẹ̀ gbàgbọ́ pé a rí àwọn nǹkan tá a nílò láti ṣe àtúnṣe lé lórí. There are things you need to work on, to adjust on also. Can we also say thank you to our Father also for being a blessing to us in the house. I'm sure if some of us had the opportunity to hear some of those things earlier in life, we would actually do better than where we are. It's not like we are doing badly, but we would have actually done better with our lives also. Can we say a very big thank you to Daddy? Thank you, sir. Thank you for the abuse, for the dagging and the dragging, like Sister Toyi will said in her voice. We are actually grateful. It goes away. And it is also my prayer to us that there are steps that we all need to take also. That God will give us the courage that we need to take those steps. That God will give us the support that we need, the support system. And God will also bless us with the right relationships that will change our lives and that will transport our lives. Some of us, as I was saying few things, one of the things that keep resonating in my heart where I sat was relationships. Àwa tá ń tajà, ẹ má jẹ́ ká wò pé ọjà lásán là ń tà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe dáadáa sáwọn oníbàárà wa. You can never tell where your help is going to come from. I think I mentioned at Redeemer's House during a family deliverance hour. I said something about relationship. I only did a post like few weeks ago on my status. It was even just a church program, and a friend, let me use that word, a friend, somebody that I got to know via the line of my job. He only brought books that the publishing house he works for wants to sell, and that was how we started talking. And for a very long time he kept complaining about the job he was doing, and eventually out of frustration and anger, just like he said, he left the job, and for some months he wasn't working. And I think I mentioned it to Brother Ezekiel yesterday, when he got another job with the help of a uncle or something somewhere. He got a job that was paying him like what he was earning gross where he was before. In a month, he can earn gross of that amount with just a job. And via my home post, I just posted something, and it was like, this and this and this, and we talked about a few other things. And he said, he sent me a link. I said, we'll start running, do these courses, and we'll pick it up from there. I don't know. I've never seen the parents gone save. I don't know anything about him other than we met via my line of job, and I've started running the courses online. I've been doing the courses, so I've not completed, but I'm already on it. And he said, do these courses, I will pick it up from there. Whether it will end up turning out, bringing me something at the end of the day, I don't even know yet. But I've at least started taking a step. It was a relationship that launched me into that realm. So also, I'm also implying us also. Let's be good to people. Just do your little. We cannot solve everybody's problem. That is the reality. And it is my prayer that the Lord of heaven would help us all in Jesus' name. Tomorrow, Monday, praise God. For as many of us that are concerned, we'll be having a mentoring retreat here in this house tomorrow, starting 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Somebody is doing, come with your flask. Okay, if need be. Okay, she said it's very important. Well, I don't know. But if need be, you can come with it. Tomorrow is mentoring retreat, and for as many of us that are concerned, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. we will be here gathered in the house doing accountability section with our Father in the house also. I want to implore us, please let us come around. The media blessing also program will be July 1 to 3rd, full and overflow. That is the theme. So I don't know what you're expecting God to give you a full portion of, and such that it also overflows. It's not only full, but It gives you a full loan and it actually overflows. So media blessings, July 1 to 3rd, here in this house. We will be taking time to learn and also to pray and stand before the Lord. 7 Thursdays of Shiloh also continues this week. For as many of us in the house, I also want to implore us, let us publicize the program. If there are people around us trusting and waiting on God for the fruits of the womb, we can also share with them. For those that cannot come into the house physically for probably because of job reasons or any other reason, probably distance or any other reasons, we can make them join virtually. To there's provision to join online and be part of what the Lord has said to do this season. God has promised us harvest of miracle babies, perfect babies, healthy and whole babies in this house, and that I am confident of. So they can also join online and be part of it. And I want to implore us to also keep praying for that program in our confines also. Let us keep praying for the program, that God will do beyond our publicity and efforts, also as humans in the house. The next 2 Saturdays also we will be having evangelism. I want to beseech us in the house. It's a time to talk to people around us. Ama ṣiṣẹ́ yìn rere ní Saturdays Saturday méjì tó kù nínú ìrìn àjò oṣù yìí, and we'll be taking time like that every month to also reach out to people around us. There are a lot of harvests, whether in this community, in the society at large. A whole lot of people are drowning. So many people are even lost. And just like Pastor Mrs. Adekunle mentioned yesterday, that so many people are just religious. Like she said, she herself, she was religious. Torí pé wọ́n bí wọn sílé ìgbàgbọ́, wọ́n lọ sílé Ọlọ́run Sunday at least bóyá wọ́n lọ láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀. Wọ́n gbàgbọ́ nínú ọkàn wọn wípé àwọn ti ní Jésù. But she said after a while she sat down and she reevaluated her life and discovered that she's yet to be saved. And there are so many like that around us. Ọ̀pọ̀ ń lọ ilé Ọlọ́run lóòótọ́. Wọ́n kún fún ọ̀pọ̀ iṣẹ́ ìríjú, ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò ní Ọlọ́run. And that is why a whole lot of people are falling into depression. Torí pé ọ̀pọ̀ ìlàkọjá ìjì ń jà lọ́tùn lósì, àfi tá bá fẹ́ parọ́ tanra wa jẹ lókun. But torí pé èmi àti ẹ̀yin a ní Ọlọ́run, àdẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ sì dá wa lójú pé Ọlọ́run yẹn ń gbàdúrà, ìyẹn la ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá bí láàárọ̀ yìí. Tí a bá ní ìdánilójú pé Ọlọ́run ń gbàdúrà, we will not be here in the house. So it is because we are confident that God still answers prayers and He will still hear us. And that is why we are still here before Him. And a lot of people are drowning with the challenges and the crisis that is in the world, and so many storms of life that is blowing at them. So the only way to get focus, to get direction for life, is via instructions, and it is when God instructs your heart. Tabade ní ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run, ìyẹn ló fẹ́ tọ́ wa. So taba ní ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ kò sí bọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣe fẹ́ tọ́ wa. So I would also implore us, please, the next 2 Saturdays will be coming around to reach out to people and talk to them also about God. Ìwọ̀nba táwa náà mọ̀ yẹn náà, ìwọ̀nba ìrànlọ́wọ́ táwa náà ti rí gbà lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run àtìmọ́lẹ̀ ta ní, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ran ẹlòmíì náà lọ́wọ́. And it is my prayer that the Lord of heaven will strengthen us. I know we all have a whole lot on our table. Yes, work responsibilities, family responsibilities, a whole lot on the table. There's no doubt about that. But the strength that we need for the journey ahead, the Lord of heaven will supply to us in the name of Jesus. Have we packaged our offerings? Okay. Let's drop our offerings. Let the choir give us a song.